So how can you get higher quality painting leads from Facebook ads? If you've run them in the past, you probably heard this response: I don't remember filling out a form. I'm going to show you how you can get less of that, but you have to realize that you're always going to get some of it. It's just the nature of online advertising. The point is that you want to decrease it as much as possible so you can get as good of a return on your ad spend as possible. So let's start. First, let me define what a lead quality problem is. So if you're having these problems where leads don't pick up when you call, so they gave you their phone number, but nobody picks up when you call, I'd say try it over 5 days just to make sure before you say that's a low quality lead. You might just be catching them at a bad time. Or leads say they don't remember filling out your form. That's probably the most common one. Leads not actually interested in painting their house. They say they didn't realize what they were signing up for. Or they give incorrect or fake contact information. And number five, your leads aren't even leads. They're actually people looking for a job. So if you're having these problems, I'd say you're having a lead quality problem. Now, obviously, like I said, you're going to have it to some extent, but if this is the majority of the leads that come through, like over 70%, then that's a problem. So let's talk about how you can fix it. But first, you have to have the right expectations. You have to realize that in a well-run campaign, where you have a quality ad, your targeting is really good, and your follow-ups are good, so you're not just, giving up after a message or one call, you're going to get 55 to 70% of your leads are going to be low quality. Like I said, that's just the way Facebook is. It's the way online advertising is. But your booking rate, you should be setting 30% of them into estimates, okay? And your close rate on those estimates should be around 35 to 40. So if you got 100 leads, you should be able to get about 30 estimates from them and get about 10 to 12 jobs. So at least 10 jobs. Now, like I said, this could be higher or lower. If someone didn't buy, like right away, like in that month, and sign within like a few weeks, they may buy down the line, and that's if you keep in touch. I made a video on this about building up your database, where basically you hold on to people's contact information and you reactivate them. All right, you get back in touch with your list and you offer them a discount if you're running one, or you try to say, hey, maybe we could give this another go. I talk more about what kind of offers to use in that video, but the point is that somebody could convert months down the line from a campaign that you ran like 6 months ago. So yeah, don't just write people off. Now let's talk about how you can actually solve this. Number one is that you can make a higher quality ad and write more targeted ad copy. So look at these two examples. The one on the left is one that I just found on Facebook, and the one on the right is one that I ran for a client of mine. And I know it seems pretty simple, but I'm going to explain why it actually worked so well, and it brought in a good number of leads, and they were high quality leads. So first, let's take a look at the ad itself. The thing is that the one on the left, it just looks like a poster, okay? That doesn't work well on Facebook at the moment. So I'd recommend that you run something more like the one on the right, or I'm going to make a video on this in the future, like the type of creatives that are working well on Facebook, types of images and ads. But what I'm doing with the image on the right is I've got a picture of the kind of house that my client likes to work on, okay? So that in itself is one barrier. So if somebody sees this image and their house looks like this, that's immediately going to catch their eye. But if they don't, then they're probably going to keep scrolling past. That's one barrier. The second one, is the ad copy itself. So you can see on the right, I'm calling out the area, which I've obviously blanked out for privacy reasons. It says, hey, area and surrounding homeowners, we're offering $600 off your whatever. And I'm getting into the offer. Then they have to click see more to read the rest of what I've got going on. So that's another barrier, okay? So that means the only people that are going to click see more and read what I'm actually offering are going to click through, okay? So that way I'm going to get higher quality leads, people who know what's going on and what they'll be signing up for, even if they forget. They'll at least know, oh yeah, I am actually interested in this. But on the left, it's not really clear of what's going on, what you want people to do. Like you're just saying, well, here I am. We're an interior, exterior company serving area, fully licensed and insured. It's like, okay, but what does that have to do with me? That's what the person will be thinking. And the other thing is right here, this was my client sign. So that's just for branding purposes, basically. Get people more familiar with seeing your logo. And then here I've got the offer again. There was nothing written here, or I think it was just the name of the company. But here I've got an offer. It says claim your free quote, and we're running $600 off because it was a spring sale. So that's one thing you can try, is running higher quality ads and actually taking time to write good ad copy that's targeted towards the people that you want to buy from you. So that's one thing. Another is that you can add more friction to your form with additional questions. So what I mean by friction is make it just a bit more difficult, make people have to jump through another hoop or two before they can submit their information. So the way you can add friction is with additional questions. So instead of just name, email, phone number, which will just autofill from their Facebook profile and all they have to do is press submit, you can add some more questions. So I like to add these two. What are you looking to get done? And then just have that as a multiple choice. Interior, exterior, cabinets, whatever you offer. And if you're still getting low quality leads, I'd say add another one. How soon would you like to begin your project? And then you can add like a month, 1 to 3 months, 3+ months. That'll actually give you an idea of how like serious people are. Another one you can add is tell us a little about what you're looking to get done. So you notice with this one is that it's not multiple choice like these ones were. This one's a short answer, so they actually have to type. So you're getting a lot more higher intent with that. Another thing you can do is you can have the phone number itself instead of, because that's more important than the email, I would say, is you can have people manually type that instead of it just filling from their Facebook profile. So that's another thing. What you have to realize though is that when you do these things and you get higher quality of leads, you're going to get a smaller number than you were getting before. So your cost per lead is going to go up. Now you just need to keep playing with this until you're happy with the cost per lead and you're happy with the quality. That's why I'd say add one question at a time and then test that for a bit, see if you're happy with the quality, and if not, you can try to add more questions. I wouldn't recommend adding more than 3 or 4 though, because then that's just too much and nobody's going to fill that out. And if they do, you'll just get diminishing returns at that point. The higher quality of the lead, it just won't be worth what you're paying. So I'd say keep that in mind as well. The third thing is that you can add a review step before they actually submit the form. So when you're creating the form, select the type that's called higher intent. And all this does, it adds a review step that gives people a chance to confirm their information. So it looks like this. It just says review your info. There's personal info, full name, number, email, whatever it is that you asked for. So it's just one more screen that they have to, slide to submit. So it's just one more hoop for them to jump through. You can try that. Another thing is you can set up automated follow-up sequences. I've made a bunch of videos on this. How to get painting estimates on autopilot, I think it's called. Another one is how I turn leads into booked estimates. And that's just to automate the follow-up process so you don't have to do it manually. Because it could just be that somebody needs a few touch points, maybe like 5 or 6, but you're only able or willing to do 2 or 3 manually. So that's where you should automate the follow-up process and have something like this where you've got a bunch of messages and emails going out over a long period of time. And then every so often you can run a reactivation campaign. Like you can send an email or messages to people and ask them for another estimate. I've made a video on this where I talk about the offers you can send to people. You want to give them a reason for it. Like, hey, we're offering $500 off. If you haven't already gotten your project done, if we could give it another chance, something like that. I'll talk a bit more about the wording and the offers to use in that video. So that's one thing you can do. Now the next thing is if you're getting job seekers. Now all the other stuff before, that should definitely help with that. But if you're still having that problem, then you can go into your ad set levels. And so what I've noticed is that most job seekers tend to be Spanish speakers primarily. So you can go to your ad set level and you can change the languages to English all or just English UK and English US. That way your ads will only be shown to people who have their Facebook language set to English UK or English US. Now it's not a perfect fix, you might still get some of it. Like I said, none of this is perfect, you're just trying to get the most out of your spend as possible. But I've noticed that this has helped a lot. Same with the other stuff, all the review steps and the additional questions, that definitely helps as well. Now the last thing you can do is once you've, like I said, play around with this, your cost per lead is going to go up as you get higher quality leads. So keep an eye on that. What you want to do is you want to analyze and filter out low quality traffic sources. So whether it's placements or different areas that you're targeting, okay? So if you notice that a certain area that you're targeting, you're getting lower quality leads there, and this isn't necessarily something that you'll see in Facebook. You can just go based on your own experience, maybe some of the estimates that you're setting. Even if the estimates are being set, it can just be not the type of work that you want to do. So you can just stop showing your ads in that area. So keep an eye out for that. And placements. Placements basically means what parts of Facebook you show your ads on. So you can show your ads on the mobile feed. That's when people are scrolling and they see the posts. So if you notice, it tends to be like 3 posts ad, 3 posts ad. You can show your ads there, or it can be in the Facebook Reels when you're like scrolling through the videos. you might notice that in some of those placements, and you can break this down inside the Facebook dashboard, you might notice that some of those placements are bringing in lower quality of leads. So you can just, inside the ad set level, you can go and block those places out. So that's another thing to keep in mind. But most of it is going to be done in these earlier problems. So right from the off, just have a good ad and better ad copy that talks to the type of person that you want to talk to, okay? Not just something that's, broad in general, like the ad on the left. And then just make your form a bit more difficult to fill out. Not too difficult, like I said, about 3 to 4 questions and you should be fine. And that should take care of your problem. And again, like I said, you want to have the right expectation. So that's everything I've got for this video. If you're looking to generate more estimates for your business, you can go to my website and take a look around and book a consult if you feel like it's right for you. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. But other than that, thanks for watching.